Hello, this is me, Campbell. I have people that are abusers that actually are harassing me, and so I'm gonna look at this video. This guy, this troll. I'm gonna look it up. You what the fuck? Where is he? I don't know. There was a guy called the Troll Police that actually that would say heinous things about people that lie. Um, that could basically get considered slander. Because if you're basically calling someone something like a pedophile and stuff like that, you better get your facts checked. Because people ironically when they say superior, or I can't. I was gonna look it up. Gonna look it up. It's really ironic. People like this are very angry because they show trolling as I swear to God, swear to you, people like this are very angry. They have to say things out of their mouth about something to call someone something, but there is no there's no one there's nothing that can prove what they're saying. Because I was trying to look at the video. What the fuck? What that? I thought. Well, let's see. Edit first. Okay, it's interesting. I really want to report. I reported it up so many times. So oh, what the fuck? Oh, I was mentioned. So yeah, I was mentioned. I have to go to mention. Oh my fucking god, where the fuck is it? I don't know where the mention. Why does it look like this one here? It doesn't look like that. Oh, what the fuck? Oh god, I don't see it at all. I don't know what the fuck. Yeah, yeah, you have to be careful people like that because people and here's the reason why I think that they attacked me because they probably did that because I am I disagree with their opinions. I mean, I don't agree with. I don't think. I just think they're dogmatic. People like those guys are dogmatic. Usually, when you say you're trans or gay, or especially if you, I had had videos about me pointing out doing things like that doesn't make you a pedophile or failure or whatever you think, whatever you believe. Because if you can't prove it, then why are you going after me for something that I like? This is ironic how people like this. Like they're people out there that they're really. I wish I could find the video. Where is it? I want to play it. Oh fuck. Yeah, I don't know where the fuck it is. This troll police. Troll police. People like this are like social justice. They're like social justice. They laugh at social justice warriors. But then also the funny thing is, most of these guys, like yeah, report their ass. Like if they start doing shit like ridiculous shit, you know, um, be aware. People like this are liars. They'll lie on you and make you look bad to put you in jail for something that maybe I have no idea what they would do, but they'll do something. These people are kill you. They either kill you or either lie on you so they put you in jail, or either kill you even you won't go to jail. It does just kill you. So you have to be careful people like that because these guys are like pathological liars, and you have to be careful people like that because you know I don't know what this guy is. This guy's really weird. This guy's kind of. I don't know a lot of notifications that are showing mention. Like it's so weird. Social media troll police. Oh yeah, that's what it was. Social media. Let's see. That's interesting. Social media troll police. What this is what the guy is like. These guys are dangerous. They're really dangerous people. And you have to realize people like that don't want to understand you. People like that don't want to understand you. Like they just want to I don't know why this guy was after me because this guy's a loser. This guy, look at this guy. Got 21 subscribers, and most of these guys are like evil people. They're very evil. Like the people, they're like probably Nazis. This guy's guaranteed probably a Nazi. It goes after people that for no reason, and probably more likely supports ICE. Um, you never know. You never know with this guy who he supports because, like, okay, like, yeah, yeah, this guy should be banned. This guy should be banned off YouTube. He should just get off YouTube. YouTube, YouTube, like the people on this, like that, and they actually lie on something like that. They call you something. They should be banned off YouTube because, like, people like this are like not a good guy. They're not good people. They you should not trust people like this because most of these guys are either sociopaths or psychopaths. I mean, either psychopaths or sociopaths that want to accuse you of something and lie about you. Or I have no idea what this guy is, but I'm pretty sure he might be because like people out there that subscribe to him or that look at this guy. I'm gonna report him again. I'm gonna make sure he get. I'm gonna see. All right, social media police. Yeah, and that's the thing. You got to be careful. People like especially people online. Give us another thing. I'm sure you swear it soon. People like this. Let me give you an example. Be careful. People like this. Ever talk to. Don't ever talk to people online. Dangerous people that are really dangerous. They're not really. They might not seem. They might not seem dangerous, but they're very dangerous people. I can't. Where is it? Oh, you're right here. These guys. This guy is very
Why
dangerous.
spread your money across multiple
Yeah, I've already
prediction
said
markets when
this.
you
This
don't?
guy makes fun of Professor exposes pretentious leftist star in front of his own audience. What these guys don't care. They don't care about like facts. They don't care about like they just like to give out opinions because like they like all they care about is prestige. They like to say like I'm a conservative I'm a conservative professor that actually has all the prestige and shit. And like they think that like that they're some hot shit because like they're basically a professor or some I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that at all. I wouldn't like try to make it where because I think he might be a philosopher. I don't know if this guy's a philosopher or something like that. Um, this guy might be
Access the
something, but
three
don't
major
ever talk
US
to people
prediction
like
markets on
don't ever
one
talk to people
platform for
like this. I
interactive
mean,
brokers.
if you had
This is
people
an absolute
if you
master.
had people like that on that are like this at school, don't ever talk to them. Don't argue with them. Just pass their grades and like just pass them. And don't talk to them ever again because like that's all you can do. I mean, I don't care about some professor that doesn't know what they're talking about. Sometimes like we had philosophers back then that that had we had back then people disagree with Newton. Like he was a theologian, and he basically was uh like if you look at like scientists back then, scientists didn't exist back then, and people disagree with Newton, Isaac Newton, because he couldn't prove so. He proved them, and most of those guys are philosophers. But back then when Newton existed, all they were was philosophers. It was just basically just nonsense, basically. So whatever people saying like about leftists or whatever, how they can't do shit like whatever they're doing, it's nonsense. But like even if it's nonsense, it probably guaranteed probably could do something with. I think he was talking about like trans. I don't like this guy. Look at this guy. This guy like an asshole. He's probably a Nazi. I don't know if he's a Nazi or a leftist or I'm a right winger. He probably is a right winger, and I don't care if a professor is the right winger, but I don't
Class. It's one of the
care about.
best
I don't know what he is.
demonstrations of how to dismantle postmodern thinking I've ever seen. Vosh is a predominant left-wing YouTuber. He brings on this professor. He didn't realize he has a PhD in philosophy. He's absolutely...
Who cares if he has PhD in philosophy? Philosophers, all they talk about is nonsense. It's nothing. Like that's why I dislike the video because I don't give a fuck about what a philosopher thinks. Um, Karl Marx was the greatest, one of our greatest philosophers of all time, If it's an like economist, or if it's like someone, but of course, like, even economists, some of them are conservative. Some of them are kind of I would disagree with in general. Like because they're like economists or philosopher or whatever. Like most of these guys, like, they have like you have to realize most people don't understand how to be able to solve Karl Marx's idea, and they probably can. And here's the reason why I thought Karl Marx is right about everything. Here's why. And you're not. He's not Karl Marx. So Karl Marx and like it's debatable, but still it's nonsense. Still nonsense. But then also it makes sense because here's the reason why. People there. I could have ended. I know for a fact I'm not homeless right now, but I know if I was homeless, I know why I would be homeless because people the economy doesn't work for us. It doesn't work for everyone. It doesn't work for it. They don't want to pay us pay for the house. The government doesn't want to pay for it for itself. The housing and shit like that. I think real estate should die out. I think it shouldn't exist. I think the whole government should just own the whole thing and they make the thing give for free and just do all the shit. And also, like transgender, being transgender. If you honestly think that being transgender is is because your opinions, you believe you think your opinions are factual, and you get emotional because you like to like pretend like you're from your emotions that your facts are not they're not opinions. You're full of shit because you it's all opinionated. Most philosophy is just nonsense. Basically it's just opinions that has no makes no sense. Who cares about a philosopher what they say a transgender person can be trans and no one should care.
Outmatched
I'm
here.
pretty sure I got a guy
You
from
said
the. I'm pretty sure
all of these.
I'm pretty sure one of the people that the police, the troll police, social media troll police, is probably the main guy that did that stuff, to say that stuff. It's probably because he's probably watched this video, and he probably that's why you have to be careful. People like dangerous people like this online because like these guys are Nazis. Guys probably Nazi. Philosophers probably Nazi. Um, yeah.
Views are incoherent. You said there's no coherent concept of gender. Is that right? Did I get you right there?
You will not find me a definition of gender that is 100% consistent and all-encompassing and has no flaws in it. There are no such things. It can't be
Okay.
found.
He has no idea what he's getting into. He doesn't know who this guy is, and he quickly
Who cares? He's a nobody. He's a nobody probably. Dude, like you can't. Dude's like, I look at this video. Like this is kind of fun. This guy like thinks because like a philosopher. Like who cares? Like Einstein. I don't care if he was Einstein. Who cares? I wouldn't care if he was Einstein or Neil deGrasse Tyson or anyone really. Cause like if like the thing is, I'll tell you. If you're idolizing someone, you should probably not you should give up your major and try to do something else. Because like if you're just idolizing other people, like and you think that's actually makes you smart, then you know you're an idiot. You're just an idiot.
finds himself absolutely overwhelmed.
Okay. So then it sounds like your view entails there are no women because there's no true definition of woman.
No, not
Is
at
that
all.
right?
There are plenty of social constructions that I think have meaning and serve utility, even if there are no consistencies to it.
This goes so badly for him, it has become famous, and it is known today as the trans water debate, and you will see why. He uses a simple question about H2O to demonstrate how nonsensical this postmodern thinking is.
You gave the example. One of your arguments against the biological definition of woman was that we didn't know about
Gender and sex are not the
chromosomes
same,
many
buddy.
years ago.
Dude, one thing I'm telling you about this video is really old. It's 8 months. I can't believe it's 8 months old. What the fuck? Gender and sex is not the same. It's literally not the same. It's a fact. And people like this that are dogmatic. They'll like be aggressive. They'll be aggressive towards you and act like they're superior over you. That act like good. They'll put their smart. They'll put their intellect on you. I say like I'm smarter than you, so I know more about things about the gender more than you. Or what? Okay, well here's the thing. What if women probably doesn't exist millions of years ago? Um, people, whatever woman meant, didn't mean anything. So whatever you mean by women, you know, people just know women exist. It's kind of funny. Women exist because like people have to, women can exist even if they're trans. Trans are woman and women are women. Okay, so it's ironic when you look at these people like this. They think they're because they're philosophers. These guys have to be arrogant. These guys are arrogant. You have to be arrogant if you're a philosopher, because because if you think that your ideas, your nonsense is gonna like really matter for someone that doesn't that if it doesn't apply to anything, it makes no sense, and it's just like using words, using nonsense basically. You're not really making any sense because like you're just talking shit. You don't want to hear anything what this person has to say. That's all you're doing. Gender sex is not the same. I'm sorry, buddy. Because like if you think that gender and sex is not the same, I know what you're thinking. I know what your perspective is, because your perspective is wrong, probably. So I mean, everyone has perspective, but there's no debate that trans women are women. There's no debate to it. So if trans women are women, trans men are men, the way it is.
Well, first of all, I don't think biological sex is defined in terms of chromosomes. But let's just use the example of water. Maybe we could agree that water.
Yeah, I mean, so most of these guys are not really good because, like, most of these guys would call you a pedophile because, like, you're. And the interesting, really, the reason why you should never talk. I'm pretty sure there are people that are on here that did it. That most of these guys believe pedophilia is mostly trans people and gay people, which is like that's a myth because like people these huge people that are straight sometimes are they could be straight people, it could be gay people, it could be trans people, it could be cis people, it could be anyone that's a pedophile. And so your point is invalid. It's anyone that gets mad, people that are angry, that are trolls, that just want to troll, like just say things that hurt people's feelings. And I just like I don't know, look at this video a little more. Yeah.
Is H2O. That was true even before we knew about chemistry. That was the definition.
Dude, you're a philosopher. Stop talking about chemistry. You're not a chemist. You're not a chemist. You're a fucking philosopher. Nothing philosopher talks about is this nonsense. You don't know anything.
Water before anybody knew anything about chemistry, before we knew about H2O. Back when Aristotle thought water was just an element. Nevertheless, it was H2O. True. I'm sorry?
This isn't true.
That water has not always been H2O?
Yeah, all you have to do is cross the Mexican border. And over there, it's aqua.
We're talking about the physical reality of water. And in Mexico, they would have their own way to articulate that water is H2O, therefore
these guys are in bad faith. This guy is such a bad faith. He's deriding this other guy, but doesn't realize like Bosch is totally right about what he says. Words mean different things in different places. Like it's different. So it's ironic when people like this are not sincere with you, and they want to be unsincere with you when they have a professor that's a philosopher or some shit like that. Who gives a fuck if it's a philosopher? Some shit that philosophers give out is not impressive. Sorry, dude. Like nothing they say is impressive. Because they have a PhD in their philosophy, that the philosophy degree is worthless because it's all nonsense. You look at like fiction. It's like fiction, basically fiction shit. Like you're basically a fiction author, basically just giving out fiction about something that like it just does not make any sense.
water is H2O.
Aqua means water. Aqua is water.
It's a different term.
Actually, it's agua. It's not aqua, right?
And we're referring to terms and definitions here.
No, I'm referring to water, the stuff that fills lakes and rivers.
The stuff that fills
about the word water.
Many things fill lakes and rivers.
Okay. Do you honestly not know what I mean when I talk about water, or are you just being a little difficult?
I think you made a mistake before you began that argument, which is that you said just because people didn't always know something doesn't mean that it can't be true. But that can't be the case when we're talking about definitions.
What do we use language for? We use it to actually map onto the fabric of reality. Otherwise, we would not be able to communicate anything real.
Do you not think water is H2O?
I swear these guys, they seem like they give me like narcissist vibes. They seem like these guys seem like kind of like the type of guys that are narcissistic. I don't know why, but I feel like these guys like kind of seem like a person that I don't know. If you listen to these guys, keep listening to these guys. They seem like they the type of people that are narcissists.
We've come up with a term to describe what we refer to as water. There are, of
Okay,
course, other cultures that have had
I agree
different...
with you. We came up with a term to talk about water.
Right.
That term is water. And we came up with terms to talk about hydrogen and oxygen. But here's a sentence. Water is H2O. You know what those terms mean. Now think about what idea is expressed by the words. What's the thought that's expressed? We could express
This is so disingenuous. This is scapegoating. This is all scapegoating. It's not going anywhere. Why is Vosh even having this conversation with this guy? This guy is a deep dipshit. I don't give a fuck if he has a PhD or in philosophy. He's just not really going for the conversation. He's just making it where it seems like he's correct about something about other debates. Like, you know, what the fuck is this guy talking about? This guy is not. This is meaningless. What are you talking about? Trans woman does not mean they're not women. They're a woman no matter what. There's no debate to it. You're a fucking asshole.
in many different languages. Now think about the thought
I
that's
wouldn't listen. I
expressed by
wouldn't
that
listen to this guy.
sentence.
I think
That's-
Vosh should have just left this guy because like if this guy's this one, these guys just want to get these guys are grifters. They just want to get fucking views and clicks, clickbait. Who gives a fuck? I would never become a philosopher. Cause like if philosophers are just like really dumb, and I'm probably far smarter than all of them, probably most of them, because like they're just like most of them are just like stupid. Like I'm saying I swear to God, most of the philosophers that in general are really dumb. You would never want to listen to them. I mean, you just have to listen to your own point of view, and don't listen to a philosopher ever. Don't ever go to school for it, because go school for physics or math. Those are practical. Engineering probably more practical than physics. So we pick those. Those guys are probably insufferable too. But I mean, some of those guys are narcissistic too. But at least you're learning something. You know, this shit is like that shit is nonsense. This is nonsense.
True, isn't it? The thought that is expressed by the sentences. Water is H2O.
What do you think?
And it was long before we got here, long before humans got here. Water has
No do I Vosh doesn't talk to people because these guys are fucking. These guys are very abusive. They're bullies. They know because he's autistic. They know they can take advantage of that, and they think that because he's autistic, cause that's what they've done to me too. They'll just like take advantage of you and like just be disingenuous and be bad faith. This guy was all these guys see like bad faith. He was losing. Vosh was winning. Vosh was he was being a bad faith actor. I mean, who gives a fuck about this guy?
H2O.
Well, ice, of course, is also H2O, but water is what we define it as within a given, state.
Ice is also water. It's not liquid water.
And this is where it gets embarrassing. This is the clip that has
This
gone...
is not embarrassing. This guy was not really genuine. Who's the genuine guy? I don't think he was I think he was a bad faith actor. If you're a bad faith actor, why should anyone care what you have to say? I can't believe this thing got a lot of views.
Viral.
You might say it's trans water. A bit of a difference, but fundamentally very similar.
Okay. So you're resisting me on the claim that water is H2O. Let me try a different one.
This guy's a narcissist. This guy's a narcissist. He doesn't. He won. Bosch won. I don't care what you say about who won. I think Bosch fucking won this. No one really gave him. No, if you think, I mean, I swear to God, people. This is why I hate YouTube. YouTube gives all these million views, but no one knows who really won. Vosh always fucking win his points. He's just like Destiny. He's just like Destiny. He's smart as Destiny, where he just like kind of like he'll say things and he'll prove his points, and he just get tired of talking to people because he just like people like this is just dog shit. This guy should have never got his degree. He should get his degree. Most of the people I'm saying is most philosophers are narcissistic. They're not like they're more narcissistic than physicists. Physicists are engineers. I mean, like even chemists, they're more narcissistic than anyone else. They think they know everything and they don't. I mean, there's physicists out there that are narcissistic too. That they're transphobic, homophobic, xenophobic. Most of them some of them conservative, some of them liberal. But yeah.
on definitional prescriptivism. I think that we have.
I'm not prescribing any definitions. I'm just saying water is H2O, true or false. And it sounds like you're reluctant to say true.
No, I
So
no,
let me
I,
try-
I agree. I agree that water, and we refer to H2O as water colloquially. Yeah, of course, I'm
Oh,
fine
great.
with
So
that.
water is H2O.
Yeah.
And it was H2O long before humans came along.
But
Another
water
example-
wasn't a concept back then.
I know, but nevertheless, water was there.
Even before the word molecule was invented, molecules existed.
Actually, water's never been a concept. Water's always been a molecule.
Well,
we have a concept of water, but the concept is not itself water.
Vosh is just talking about language, the social construct of language. This professor is talking about the fabric of reality. And postmodernists just...
He's a sociologist. Oh shit, this guy's freaking retard. Oh my god, these guys are retarded.
dismiss the fabric of reality entirely, as you're seeing here.
these are socially constructed. After all, you just said it's still fundamentally water, but we're talking about a different molecular shape. Now, that's because you've arbitrarily branched these two within a category that because there's a relationship between them. But that's a social phenomenon.
Mhm.
The universe doesn't give a shit whether you refer to heavy water as water or some other, molecule entirely. It's utterly indifferent to your perception of reality.
It's also one thing I'm telling you this, by the way. I had literally had a video of Richard Dawkins. Who gives a fuck about Richard Dawkins either? Because he'll give people like biologists like Richard Dawkins, and thinks that because those guys are know they think they know what they're talking about. I'll tell you for a fact. Most people that are biologists that are not gender studies or that actually goes against gender studies and can't really go, they would have to debate the people out there, those gender studies people that actually prove those guys wrong. And sociologists, psychologists, and most of the stuff that the biologists give is not credible to the things that they know. So why should I know? Why should I care about Richard Dawkins? These people that are morons that about when it comes to things like that. They don't. Most people like to argue and say, "Oh yeah, like these guys are wrong, but I don't want to support trans people or something like that." It's ridiculous, freaking retarded. This guy's retarded. Like I don't know. I don't like people like this guy. This guy. Okay, secret score.
Exactly. That is the entire point here. Your categorizations or definitions. They're going to either be valid or invalid.
A lot of people, when it comes down to definitional games, they start doing this, well, these things are these things. And we have a lot of power over that.
After I saw this professor seems like a narcissist. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna back. I'm not back. I think this guy might be a narcissist professor, but he just seems like it. He probably, if a gender studies person talked to him or whatever, they'd probably do something different. If anyone that talk to this guy, a gender studies or person that's in sociology, or a professor in sociology or gender studies, or let's say biochemistry, some shit like that. Most people would say that your genitals does not mean if you have a penis, you're not a man. You don't have to be a man to have a penis. You don't have to have a vagina to be a man. I mean, you don't have to have a vagina. You don't have to have a vagina to be a. You don't have to have a vagina to be a woman. You don't have to have a penis to be a woman. You don't have to have. I mean, you don't have to have a vagina. You don't have to have. It's kind of. This is so really ridiculous how these guys think. They think they know. They think they know everything, and they really don't. They don't. If you really think you know more than the whole subject, because like one subjects goes everywhere. It's very very broad. There's tons of subjects out there that talk about tons of shit. And the thing about Socrates, even though Socrates or whatever, true meaning of knowledge means you know nothing. So you know nothing. You know nothing about transgenderism. I mean, even if you're a philosopher, it does not mean you know everything about the applying philosophy. People that are gender studies, sociology, psychology, that actually have done all those stuff, and also biology, so gender studies, whatever. If they've done all that stuff, and they're psychiatrists, whatever, they'll know more shit than you. They know more shit about this stuff than you do. They know.
And that is very revealing. We can arbitrarily change the language that we use to map onto the fabric of objective truth. And it's just a game of power. I mean, that's pretty much postmodernism in a nutshell right there.
How do we feel about the claim that gold is atomic number 79? Would you agree with that, or are you skeptical of that too?
I think
He's all he's trying to do is say he's just trying to do is say it's just trying to prove that how smart he is. All he's trying to do is trying to say I'm smarter than you, dude, buddy. I have PhD in philosophy, dude. So I know more than you. People like this, he's on YouTube. Most people would never probably pay attention to Bosch. That a regular professor probably wouldn't do it, and probably be less narcissistic than this guy. Probably less well known. Probably, yeah.
that's how we refer to it as, sure.
If you suffer from bloating or gut health, you probably know the drill. You try and eat healthy, avoid processed foods. Sometimes that doesn't work. Recently, I learned about colostrum, the very first milk that babies receive from their mothers, known as liquid gold. Packed with proteins, natural growth factors, and antimicrobial peptides that work in harmony to enhance your immune response and reduce inflammation, while also repairing and balancing your gut lining and reducing bloating. Today's sponsor, Cowboy Colostrum, offers the very highest quality bovine, that's cow colostrum, in the US. Cowboy Colostrum is 100% made in America from 100% American grass-fed cows. Leaving it whole, full. Cowboy Colostrum's ingredients will make your skin and hair feel amazing. For a limited time, listeners will get 20.
If we had created
This is bad, but this is good. So this wallet has a slot for the cash instead of the money clip. The money clip
another definition to say gold, and
Yeah.
the term gold referred to a collection of elements. So let's say
That's
gold
what
and lead,
this
and
why this is what I'm telling you. All he's giving out is nonsense. He's not really giving anything and applying to what you're doing. He's like to do stuff what he wants to hear. It doesn't really want to apply nonsense to what makes sense. What nonsense is like, saying, let's say a car is not a car. Uh um yeah you know it, it's kind of the same thing saying like a trans woman is not a woman. It's not a woman. But trans women are woman. They're woman or woman. Trans woman or woman. And like, but it's saying trans woman is not a woman. It's like saying like same way saying like a car is not a car. Basically, I thought he could. I wish Bosch could have said. He could have said that though. He could have said like if trans woman. If you're saying trans woman not a woman, you can basically saying car is not a car. He'd probably fucking lose his shit. But like, I swear to God,
term gold was something people used to refer to both. That definition would be as true as the one we use today for gold.
It's difficult to believe this is real. He's trying so hard to avoid contending with this.
We invented those distinctions. We
invented
saw
the terms.
the terms.
Yes.
Because the distinctions are only meaningful when we notice them. The universe doesn't.
I swear this guy's probably the
care
dumbest
when-
philosopher. I swear this guy's probably the dumbest philosopher I've ever seen in my entire life. This guy's really stupid.
Whether or not we think there's something meaningful or significant about noble
Okay.
gases versus the other stuff. We
But
just saw
there's
those
a-
differences and we're
There's
like,
a different. Oh, so we saw the differences. The differences were there. The differences are real.
Mhm.
And then we came along and decided, you know what? We're going to name these differences. We're going to assign some names to these different elements.
agreed.
Yeah. Okay. Now I'm trying to remember why we started down this rabbit hole.
It's similar to mathematics. A mathematician does not invent a mathematical theory. He's making an observation of the fabric of reality and making it possible to articulate, then enters knowledge and allows other mathematicians to come along and build upon that theory.
So
Yeah, but dude, you don't care about what gender theorists are people that were like biologists, chemists, or any of the other guys that probably would disagree with. Their philosophers probably disagree with this guy. Probably disagree with him. Think he's a moron. He doesn't know what he's talking about. He doesn't agree with sociology or psychology, gender studies, all this shit. You have to disagree with you have to disagree with everything. If you can prove all that stuff in that field, then yeah, you can probably. I think you're a genius. But then also, there's no genius out there would ever do it because there's no one to care.
was just disagreeing with that point about how definitions work. I don't think definitions, properly understood, are linguistic entities. I think there are facts out there in the world.
So you can't make.
So this guy's he's rather dogmatic. He's acting like he knows everything, but he doesn't. You know, because seems like he's being dogmatic. Because if I could have said it too. If a car is a car, if a car is a car, a car is a car. If a trans woman is a woman, a trans woman is a woman. If I'm neither of those things, I'm neither a woman or a man. I'm neither a woman or a man. There's no debate to it. There's no debate to whatever you're saying. There's no philosophy. The nonsense does not make any sense when it comes to you don't know what you're talking about when you give out nonsense. Every action equals reaction. If you want to punch me in the face, my face punched you.
These objective arguments about terms. Terms may refer to the facts of the world, but we draw the borders.
Yes, but we can test the terms to see if they are valid, whether or not they accurately map on to reality or not. That's what science is. How do you evolve a theory without disproving it? How do you disprove a theory without it anchoring to objective truth?
What exactly is wrong with the definition that women are adult human females? You believe in adults, you believe in humans, and you believe in females. Is it just you think there are counterexamples to this definition? Is that the problem?
My belief in the value of a definition, it should be said first, is not determined by its consistency. There are consistent definitions that are still morally wrong.
I'll look later for you. I'll look at it later. I'll look at an address, beer.